What's up? This is your captain. Tonight's time 123 here with another Icetitan reads Bleach fan fiction. They might well play part 7. Okay, so the last time that I actually did one of these actual videos, I gave you all a little test. None of you actually did it, so but the answer is in this actual chapter. So let's get in. To it. Okay. I think I would have been more surprised had Unohana not been standing waiting as I passed through the gateway into the underground expanse. Somewhat out of the ordinary. His hat was on the back of his head, and his eyes were clearly visible. But like always, his eyes spoke volumes on knowledge I couldn't guess at. I knew I didn't need to tell him what I was about to, but he was going to require it voiced anyhow. So I took the cloth out and handed it to him as I explained just what I had been doing since leaving him the last time. I withheld no detail, including my reaction to the cocoon Siani was in. He stood listening intently, never interrupting me. When I was done, he gave a slight nod. So just what exactly did you have Captain Unohana put on her anyway? I was sure Kurotsuki had done something. Unohana's mouth curled up on one side and his teeth began to show. Impressive, huh? He stated simply. As we find purified, concentrated reishi from the Don guy. Yes, the Don guy. That is of course when he where Ichigo he trained to actually gain the final Getsuga Tensho. But of course, like I've said, this fanfiction takes place pretty much, it is taking place of the Bound Arc. It's taking the Bound Arc spot, and it can honestly have that spot because the Bound Arc sucked. It did. But Keisuke, he does actually he does explain a little bit more. I just stood there blinking. How in the hell had he managed to do that? I decided I didn't want to know. What I did want to know was what the purpose was. I remain still waiting for his response. Well, as you know, the Dongai exists between dimensions, so there's a significant sorry. So there's a significant time differentiation. He continued, encasing her in it essentially stopped the passage of time for her. Remember I told you what I could supply wouldn't heal but give us time. He'd been little and was trying to make a good of some kind. Time. And the Don guy, there was no time. The man was completely unbalanced. No wonder he was in love with a cat. And basically, wait here, she is basically saying, Kisuke and Towichi, yes, they are in love. She's just giving away, yeah, guess what, yeah. But for those who have read Toiko, you know, when Komatsu and the West, they went into the spirit world, and the spirit world is time zero. It is time zero. Same thing here. Siani, she is in time zero. Time is not moving forward. It has stopped. Which is also how later on in the actual story, you know, if this was all canon, that is exactly how Ichigo was able to actually train for the final Getsuga in such a short amount of time. But in the manga and in the anime, it's not exactly time zero, but time does move a lot slower. But I'll get back to the chapter. Sorry. He turned away from me, headed toward the town well on the cave wall. Feel free to use the space again. He paused a moment to look at me, over the expression on his face turned serious. I have a feeling this is going to take quite some time. I sighed and nodded in response, since my expulsion from Division 11. Sorry. I still had an expense of borrowed emotion and tension. I needed to chug. I drew Zabi and he immediately caught him into Shikai. Without hesitation, flung him out, and Bankai. His war was like an embrace, and I answered him back in a full measure. Howls, maybe even a day later, after I had eaten and washed off the sweat, dirt, and blood, I found Little Heart in his lab. He was busy moving between a screen and a microscope and furiously scribbling on paper. I knew he was aware of me, but I leaned on the doorway, waiting and watching so I wouldn't interrupt. He sat back in a chair, hard, sighed, and looked up at me. His expression was grave. I forced myself to swallow the rising surge of panic and waited for an explanation. It was worse than I anticipated. He stated. I assumed, like when most hollows infect, she was being horrified. He paused to see if I understood. I assumed he felt I did, because he continued quickly. I've dealt with that before, stabilizing and even reversing horrification, but this, it's replicating at a rate. Well, I'll spare you the calculation far faster than I've encountered. But it's not just horrifying her, it's replacing itself within her. To be perfectly blunt, it's turning her into a replica, remaking itself anew, using her as building material. I've never seen a hollow do that. Wait, you said it was a poison. I demanded. Again, I didn't try to mask the desperation in my voice. I shook my head to fight off the tears I felt welling. But you can stop it, right? You can fix this. I started pleading with my eyes because I couldn't speak another word. He was quiet for a terrifyingly long time before he answered. Horrification is a form of poison. There is a possibility, yes. It's something I did well over a decade ago. Wink, wink. But I've only done it once. And those circumstances were quite different. AKA, she is referencing here Misaki. And yes, the circumstances were quite different. She was a Wincy, and Wincy being human, they have no natural defense against hollows. And you can't even really count Blue Vein, because that doesn't really protect them from a hollow attack. But okay, is it the only thing we've got? I had no. She's fought this the whole way. Lasted far longer than I have, to be honest. I would have thought possible. Strength, not like she was about to say Masaki. Right there, he was about to say Masaki. Maybe it will work this this time too. There is a very significant significant obstacle though. You're gonna have to bring her here. But you already told me that would most likely kill her. That's why we haven't done so. I know, since she's encased in the way she's as stable as possible. It's transporting her that has me concerned. The strain of passage most likely would give the holification the final push it needs to consume her. So we're going to I need something. Something I don't have. I gloat at him. Fucking mind games again. What the hell did he mean? Either there was a chance to save her or there wasn't. What was it? Haven't I already shown you I'll do anything? And there's a huge emphasis on anything. Because he will do anything it takes to save her. Whatever it is, whatever you need, I'll get it. I'll do it. He met my eyes fully, and I nearly recoiled from the intensity and the unexpected wave of reaction that accompanied it. The device we need is in the possession of Captain Kadotsuchi. Fuck! I shouted. I should have guessed. Of course, that's who had it. I growled and quickly regained control of my emotions. Fine. Udahara hadn't lowered his gaze. He's going to fight about it. He's going to hug you. Do not let him beat you. Whatever you do. He seems as though he's about to forcibly remove you from R&D. Tell him I give this to you for the exchange. Kisuke didn't move his chair, but held something out to me. It was a convex, pale blue oval stone that, when I held it was roughly the size of half. It was roughly the size of half my palm. It felt strangely cold and warm all at once. What I began to ask. Hodohara held his hand up to me and shook his head. Just go to him, explain what we need to do and why. He'll know what I sent you for. It is imperative, by that you do not let him anger you. Keep your goal in mind and nothing else. Understood? No, not really, but what choice do I have? I'll have things ready when you bring her back. As I will meet you to assess. I'd see you out, but I still have work to do. I wandered back through the Shoten. I was compelled to see her again. This time I just stood at the doorway. I sighed, then continued down into the cave. I was sure at this point no other Shinigami had passed through these and come on this often. I wondered haphazardly if there was some I wondered haphazardly as there was some sort of record, as if Hodoha had known all along what was going to be required. Plastic Gray opened where it was supposed to. It wasted no time rushing to Division 12 and insisting upon seeing Captain Kodosuchi. That alone seemed not enough request, and that getting access to just the building interior took longer than I wanted. Fortunately, it gave me the time to keep playing Hodoha's words in my head about not letting Kodosuchi's Hakubic banner provoked me. See, I had referred to him by his familiar name, and no one took any exception to it. That meant she had been in Division 12 longer than I might have imagined earlier, and long enough to find something in that twisted hull of a man to befriend without his refusal. That thought made me shudder. Vice Captain A. Body, a voice snapped. I'm rather occupied trying to save a life of a great importance to you. What will cause another interruption to that? I saw about 5 different sentences, included one about him being a devious sneak, and calmly explained what Urahara had discovered. His sudden appearance had startled me, but I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that. Yes, I know only you arrived at the same result. You're wasting my time and hers. That's how it matters, really. But she thought I'll be able to discern completely the means behind this transformation. Like how she will, you sick, twisted fuck. You won't lay another hand on her. You won't even speak her name again. I kept breathing, even as I shouted all these things at him from the silence of my mind. Not going to play your games, not this time. I took a deep breath and continued explaining that Urahara said there was a device that could ensure a safe passage back to the Shoten. Absolutely not, Kodosuchi almost squeaked. Isn't even man enough to make the request himself. I have no reason whatsoever to allow any of my equipment into his hands. You're sent on a fool's errand, Vice Captain, but given the fool who sent you and the one that arrived, I clenched my teeth to prevent so much as a sound being released, and simply kept breathing. Slow, steady, one breath at a time. Besides, why would I relinquish what potentially will be the best experimental subject I had in quite some time? Give up that place when she promised herself to me? I think not. Torture. Kisuke had not mentioned the man was going to flat out try to talk to me. Though it wasn't unexpected, nothing in my whole ragged existence had cut me like that sentence. Promised herself to him? Those are the parameters of our arrangement, she and I do what I can to assist in exchange for all she's already given me, which has been so very satisfying. I assure you, the promise of Hover means when she dies. There's nothing you can possibly offer. I'm a vice captain to gain my cooperation. Go. I am still in the middle of crucial experiment. I refused to move. You are going to do this. You're going to do what you promised to help her. Oh, damn it! I can't and will have you removed. Compulsionally, he said as he turned to Sock. Anyway, I'm not sure what sort of reaction that will garner from a captain. Actually, you do exactly what I have asked. I said, flatly. Faster than I imagined possible for what should have been an encumbrance of fabric. He was right next to me, his face not even an inch from mine. Oh, that's what you think, is it? I gently hopped back from him, and I saw his hand too easily on the hilt of his Zapato. I let the stone slip into my hand, and I held it between my thumb and forefinger, raising my arm so he could have a clear view. I said to give this to you in exchange. His expression changed so fast it was hard to keep up. Wonderment, anger, resignation. He stared at me a very long time, and I honestly thought he was going to continue to resist. That cliche had actually been wrong. Instead, he snatched the stone from my hand. Go away from me, Andy Vision 4. Tell Hana what's going on. He spun on his heels and he left me standing, heading there. Sorry, I still have a bit of a cough. It took what little control I had remaining not to shout. Instead, I used that energy to haul ass to 4 and Stanley's side. Once I conveyed to Captain Uno Hana as quickly as I could what was happening. She seemed displeased but agreed. I couldn't fault her. I was barely keeping my fear in check. Unohara had been clear all those days ago. Moving her meant her death. His investigation and whatever Kurotsuchi was bringing would help, but I had no assurances at all. When he and Nimra arrived, they had a long cylinder made of metal and glass. We were instructed to put Siani inside and take the contraption to and through the Sakamon. Once he lay inside, he closed the ceiling all within and pushed a few buttons near the clear panel where I could see your face. It seemed to me his hand lingered on that panel for the briefest moment and his eyes closed. A genuine moment of concern. He snapped open, staring at me when he realized that I was watching him. He offered no further assistance or instruction and so ducked off. Captain Unohana and Vice Captain Kotetsu and I moved carefully through Division 4 and back out to the Sakamon. Such an unusual sight drew many more stares than any of my solo trips had. As the gateway opened, I thanked them both for everything they've done. My hands were shaking as I gently pushed the cylinder through. Keeping it and myself steady was one more of the most difficult things I'd done. I actually collapsed to the ground, panting as we arrived in the Shoten's cavern. Now I knew why Unohana said he'd have Tessai waiting. There's no way I could have moved her further. I struggled to stand on my own. Tessai tugged the cylinder under his arm like a sack and headed to the ladder. Weakly, almost stumbled. I followed. Time for her to make good on his word. Okay, and that is the chapter. So with this chapter, we got to the explanation that's actually on the cocoon Sayani was encased in. Like I said, she was in time zero. No time was passing for her. So basically, Kisuke, he developed Kisuke in this actual fan fiction, he found a way to actually stop time, in around a certain person. Now, even though this is fan fiction, I am not shocked, nor would I have been surprised in the least if Kisuke, could actually do that. But this chapter, like all of the chapters before, is very well paced. It is it did have very good explanation. Plus, also she gave very subtle hints to what had happened in the past, and basically and also with the whole Kisuke X Shadowwichi thing. Very subtle hints. Very subtle. Wink, wink. But my favorite part with this chapter is pretty much when he almost blatantly mentioned Masaki. He was about to say Masaki, but he stopped himself. Which I love that part. I love it. I love it. But the reading for this chapter overall is getting a it was a very good chapter. So that's all that I have to say for this actual video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with your friends. This is your captain, Icetitan 123, signing out. Peace.